Hey, it's Patrick Powers back here with a very important video about pips and stops. This is super important to get right, so please pay attention and go over it. And if there's anything that you don't understand after watching it 2 or 3 times, please get in touch with us. This is important for you to be successful with trading, and that is, of course, that's our goal. So let's take a look at it. What are these pips? You know, when we send out an alert, you will also be notified how many pips you should set the stop at. So let's take a look at that. First of all, how do you find the markets? And when you log into the screen at Finspreads, and by the way, what I'm saying now, I couldn't say whether all other platforms than Finspreads are using the same kind of numbers that we're talking about here regarding to the pips. I expect that they do. But just to be absolutely sure that you understand that what I'm saying now is only completely certain to apply to Finspreads, just so we have that. Right now we are mostly focusing on the euro versus dollars forex market. So I'll show you how to find those. You'll click here on popular markets. You go down to currencies and then spot and then major. Okay, and then you're going to have all the major forex markets listed here. We covered in an earlier video how to add these to the watch list, so it's easier to find every time you go in. So you go back and watch that video to learn how to do that. All right, you will click here, euro versus dollar, and if you want to enter the trade now, you will click trade, and then you will have the price over here, which will fluctuate up and down. We don't use the order button, or I would say that we haven't used it so far. I don't think we're going to use it. Just so you understand the difference, when you click the order, it's actually when you want to place an order for a trade that's going to start at a later time, whereas the trade button is for trades that you want to enter now. All right, so let's say that you are going into a short trade, meaning that we're betting the market will go down. That means that you're going to simply click sell. Okay, and of course you have to fill in first how many pounds and pence you want to bet per point or per pip. So let's just say here, for an example, that we're betting 1.5 pounds per pip. You're going to click sell, and then the price will be locked in. The price that was at that point that you click sell would be locked in. Okay, and then how do you set the stop? Where do you set the stop? And that's what we're going to focus on now. I'm actually going to freeze this screen, and we're going to take a look at it in detail. And by the way, just so you know it, don't click the guaranteed stop, because you're going to pay a much higher fee for that, which will typically in the long run it's not profitable to do that in the long run. So that's left to very advanced traders. Forget about the limit. You don't need that. The only thing you need is to fill in the price per point or per pip that you're going to bet, and your stop, and then click either sell or buy. All right, I will freeze this screen, and we're going to go into this in more detail. All right, so let's say now that I've clicked the sell button, and this is the price that was at that point where I entered the market. And let's say that we have sent out the alert that you should set your stop at 20 pips. Okay, so what is, out of this number, what is a pip? And that's a very good question. Let's take a look at that in detail. Okay, so if it's a short trade, meaning that we're betting the market will go down, you will click the sell button. And because we are betting the market will go down, we have to set the stop above that price, because if the market turns against us, we'll only lose the amount of pips that we've set the stop at. And if we are going into a long trade, meaning we're betting the market will go up, we will set the stop below that. Now, that's very simple. If you're betting the market go down, we set the stop above. If we're betting the market goes up, we set the stop below. So let's take a couple of examples here. If it's a short trade and your price, the price that you enter the market is 1.36 376, and the stop should be set at 20 pips. Again, that's just an example. It could be set at a lot of different things, but in this example, let's say we've sent an alert that you should set the stop at 20 pips. Then again, you need to set the stop 20 pips above the current price. And this is very important, that the last number here is actually not a pip. It's only a tenth of a pip. Okay, it represents tenth of pip, so 6/10 of pips. So that is the full number here. If you count from the dot here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the last full pip. Okay. I think to explain that in a different way, maybe to clarify it better, this number, just number 1 after the dot, represents thousands of pips. This number, hundreds of pips. This tens of pips. This the single pips, and these are tenth of pips. Okay, so in this case, we have set we need to set the stop 20 pips above, and so this is the number we need to change. So instead of 37.6, we need to change it to 57.6. So this is the number that you would be setting as your stop. Okay, a different example, if it's a long trade, you're clicking buy, you're betting the market will go up, and let's say that this is the price that you're entering at, and then in that case, of course, you need to set the stop below. That means you need to subtract 20 pips. So instead of 38.6, it needs to be set at 18.6 here. And of course, you type in the whole number, of course. I hope that is clear. And you're setting the stop after you enter the trade. So you'll be clicking the buy or the sell button, and then immediately after that, you will be entering your stop. Another important thing to notice is that in some cases, you will only have 4 digits after the dot. Like, for example, in this case here, you'll only see 4 digits instead of 5 digits here. And that simply means that the last digit is simply 0. They're not going to fill in the zeros. It could even be that there are only 3 digits after the dot here. And that just means that there are 2 zeros. And likewise, when you fill in the stop, if there are zeros at the end, you don't need to fill it in. The system will fill that in automatically. All right, I think that should be it for now regarding the stops and the pips and all that. And if you have any questions, if you're still confused, please get in touch with us. We're here to make sure that you are succeeding with this. Have a great day, and look forward to speak to you soon. Bye for now.